The story about the Metropolitan Police is a story about the failure of Suella Braverman, as if we want one more demonstration of her incompetence, her ineptitude, and the lack of respect that people have got for her. I have none, but you wouldn't expect me to have, because I so objected to her standing at the dispatch box and screaming, "Invader." I'm not going to get overexcited, because my job at the moment is to keep Bay restful. But believe me, inside, I'm seething about the Home Secretary. So there's a person called Chris Carber, a 24-year-old whose partner was expecting a child, who was killed by the police in September 2022. He was killed by a serving officer, an armed serving officer, who is known as NX121. Now, there's been a review, an investigation for 6 months by the Independent Office for Police Conduct, and they have decided to charge this person with murder. This is nonsensical. He was following directions, he was taking orders. It may have been a mistake, but it's the mistake of the police, not the mistake of an individual. He wasn't running around the place some sort of slinging his gun in some sort of gung-ho way. This is nonsensical. It's the same nonsense that is there if you start raking up criminal charges of murder against armed soldiers in the army from the past. As long as they were following orders, it's the army that takes responsibility. It should be the police force that takes responsibility. It's the Home Office, the Ministry of Defence that takes responsibility. And unless there's an issue of a war crime, I don't believe there was an issue of a war crime here. So, in response, 100 counter-terrorism firearms officers have simply downed their tools. And Suella Braverman, in reply, has said, well, she's going to bring in the army. So we've now got the army on the streets with guns. Congratulations, Suella Braverman. We're now a military state. And this is quite extraordinary. And deployed on the streets of London. They will have powers of arrest. Presumably they'll be able to shoot people if necessary. It is appalling. We have become a police state. And this is about the it's not about the police. It's not about the army. It's about the incompetence of one individual who commands no respect, who makes mistake after mistake, and who is tolerated and enabled by a feeble and stupid government, and by a drinks cabinet that should know better, a drinks cabinet that has become unhinged.